And literally all you have to do is just camp this elevator right here and just spam your punch to bow. I'm not even joking, dude. You can get a kill every like 5 seconds if you aim well. I just killed that guy, I killed the guy before him, I can kill this guy. Hey there guys, MCB here, and today we are going to be playing some Invaded Lands KitPvP. Now we're going to be doing a update or a version 2 or a new improved, whatever you want to call it, version of the Noob's Guide to Getting Rich. Now, I'm also going to be doing this for a few of the other types of invaded videos I've done. For example, I'm going to be doing one for the events, trying to complete all the events and maybe teaching you how to do the events. I'm going to be doing one for how I PvP, and it's going to be also improved. There's going to be a lot of differences, and there's going to be differences in the event one as well, including all the new events and some new strategies that I found. And yeah. Alright, so the first and probably most overpowered spot for grinding kills is this little elevator strip, I guess. Over here, it's north of spawn. Basically, just walk forward and you got this. Can I hit this guy? Oh, there's 2 people here. I'm not dying. Okay. Now that we've gotten out of that, I didn't actually take any of your gear, please don't kill me. Basically, you just camp on this elevator here and get kills. It's pretty easy. By the way, get a punch 2 bow instead of a punch 1, because a punch 2 can hit pretty much anyone off on the back half of this platform, whereas a punch 1 will only really be able to hit people off when they're really close or into one of these. So punch 2, definitely recommended. It's not too hard to get these. And yeah, you can basically just bow spam anyone on this end. Did I hit him off? I didn't hit him off. A few tips, by the way. If you get hit off, if you fall, if you fall down there, you will die. If you fall on the edge of one of these elevator launchpad things, you also will die. If you fall past this red line on this side, though, you will not die from fall damage at all. There is lava below. I don't think that will actually clutch your fall or cushion your fall, so probably don't land in that. And there is also water, but it's much harder to land in the water. Did I just hit Spruce? Oh, I just double hit Spruce. Is he gonna die? He landed in the water. So actually, no, the water does cushion your fall, so I mean, I suppose you can go in that. Still wouldn't really suggest it, because you can always... Oh, I just died. Yeah, as I said, don't go on the edge of the elevator. But I still wouldn't suggest it, because you can always, like, move backwards. It's a lot easier, and you won't be on fire. So, yeah, but that's about enough for that strategy. I'm going to head on to the next one now, which also kind of involves launch pads. Yeah, is this guy just gonna bow spam me? Yes, he is. Alright, so this part is also really good. This is also a really good spot for fighting. Mainly though for combos though, because it is actually kind of somewhat a little bit hard to get kills here. Namely because fall damage is disabled down here. I'm lag spiking, so forgive that. Fall damage is disabled down here, so you aren't going to get any kills from that. And also there's kind of the whole issue of, oh my god, why is everyone here? There is the whole issue of if someone falls down, they have time to gap, and you don't want that, obviously. Next part of the video, events. Now you can see actually there is an event right here, the water drop event. Is Daznarth on? Let me just make sure Daznarth isn't on. It appears... Alright, he's not on. Daznarth is like the only one that actually really rivals me anymore at water drop. There's a few other people, but they're kind of really inactive. Now there are a ton of different events. There's Bull Shuffle, Water Drop, Sumo, Red Rover, Brackets, Team Deathmatch, One in the Quiver, or One in the Chamber, rather, Cough, Last Man Standing, and yeah, there's a few more, but I'm not remembering all of them right now. And not all of them are PvP based. As I said, Red Rover is mildly PvP based, but really not that much. Just like don't fall into a pit with some guy that'll kill you. Water Drop isn't PvP based at all. I think there used to be a parkour event. They probably removed it though. Unfortunately, I really liked it. And yeah, so as I was saying, not all of them are PvP based. So if you're not great at PvP, there's always an option to just basically camp and wait for Water Drop and Red Rover. Wool Shuffle's not PvP based. and yeah, all good options. And if you win one of these, you get an event key. Event keys, they give you a multitude of different things. You can get like fishing rods, you can get sets, you can get kits, and you can get money as well. You can get, I think, notch apples from them. You can even get ranks if you're really lucky, I believe. Actually, no, that's not in event keys, that's in other keys. But yeah, they're pretty good. And as I said, you can get money from them, or you can get something that you can sell for money, which leads me on to my next part that I can't really do right now because I'm playing Water Drop, but I will cut to after the event. And of course, you can sell things on the auction house. This doesn't just apply to invaded lands. There's an auction house plugin on a lot of KitPvP servers, faction servers, and Skyblock, and etc., etc. But I personally would suggest selling things like golden apples, especially near the start of the map, or ender pearls are also fine. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So that's definitely a nice way to make some quick money, especially during the beginning of the map, because everything's insanely expensive during the beginning of the map. After like a month or two, it usually quiets down. But we had a reset just a few weeks back, like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and so everything's pretty pricey right now. So I definitely suggest that you sell your stuff while you still have the opportunity to make as much money as possible. Alright, so next up we have God Gear Grinding, and we aren't going to be needing this KitPvP for that. Now, I'm not actually going to be going out on my God set. Well, I don't actually have a God set. I do have a Prot 3 set, but that's about it. But God Gear is pretty overpowered, and if you go to a private warp such as PW McDonald's is pretty much always pretty popular. There's the Flash right now as well, A6D, and Insta AE, and yeah, there's a ton basically. There's a ton of warps, all of which are relatively popular. McDonald's is probably the most popular, but Insta AE has had quite a few visitors. I've seen quite a few on A6D. There's been some on Wide, Tryhard 6000, etc. But basically, you just get your God Gear, and that is, for those of you that don't know, a Sharp 4 Fire Sword, Prot 4 Armor, there are Strength Potions, there are Notch Apples, there are God Bows, which are, I believe, Power 5 and Flame, etc., etc., etc. And you basically just grab a set of those, and you go to any private warp, whichever one has the most people. And I think a good example right now would be the Flash. The Flash is, used to be, it's got quite a few irons, and if you have a God set, you can basically kill these irons in, I think it's 5 hits, which is pretty overpowered. And basically, if you just camp one of these ones that are super popular, regardless of whether you're there or not, like, usually you want them to have over 10 players, so that doesn't die as soon as you come in. This would also be a good example. But as you can see, there are a ton of diamonds here. I'm sure one of them has a God set, although I'm not entirely sure who that would be. Maybe Baby Crypto. Does he have a God set? Yes, there we go. He's got a, well, pretty close to a God set. He's got a God Sword, it appears probably God Armor, and a Punch 2 Bow. But yeah, he can basically just stay at any private warp he chooses and just grind that until basically all the irons stop coming. And you get, I don't remember exactly how much it is per kill, but I think it's around $20 per kill. But yeah, you can basically get around $20 per kill, and you can get, really depends on how many people are at the private warp, but you can get like 2 kills a minute to 20 kills a minute. I'm not joking, well, I'm not, like, seriously, if it's a really popular warp, like 40 plus players, 20 kills a minute is not, hard, especially if you're, like, cleaning and stuff like that, or they take fall damage. It's really not that hard. But yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good way to make some money. I personally don't God Gear PvP because I kind of have gear fear on every game that I play, invaded landscape PvP on Minecraft included. I mainly just PvP and iron, but this is definitely a viable strat for anyone that wants to make a ton of money off of it. Alright, so I'm recording this in replay mod since I thought I recorded the original, but apparently I didn't. But anyways, right here, you see this guy down here, I can't see the rest of his name, 2hand W. I basically just loot swoop him and head up the elevator, and he tries to come after me, but I evade him. And not kidding you, I picked up a Prot 1 set, a Sharp 3, and a Speed Potion. I will actually show you really quickly. My game is probably going to crash right after this because Weekly Mod crashes my game for some reason. But if I go multiplayer, Invaded Lands, right, I go KitPvP, and PV10. As you can see, I now have a Sharp 3, which wasn't there in the previous clip. But yeah, as you can see, I don't have a hotbar, which means my game is probably about to crash. Okay, so yeah, anyways, back to the video. Alright, so the next strategy is scavenging, and this elevator booster area in front of spawn is also a really good spot for scavenging, not just for grinding kills. And as you saw in the clip before this, I quite literally just picked up a Sharp 3 off of the ground. No, I'm not exaggerating. It was a Sharp 3, completely free, off the ground. Does that guy have a God Sword? Did someone fall in the lava? I don't know. I'm on fire, though. But yeah, you can get a lot of good stuff out of this. I have gotten probably 2 vaults worth of gear just by scavenging this one little area, and that is insanely overpowered. I've gotten a bunch of speeds, I've gotten a bunch of sets, I've gotten a bunch of diamond swords, and the stone swords with Sharp 3, etc., etc. This is an amazing spot just for everything ever, and again, you should probably grind this as soon as you can, because right now is not the peak, but it's got a pretty, Invaded's got a pretty high player count on KitPvP, and this is only going to go down over the next few months, except for like when Skeppy and Zelcom do like streams and stuff on it, obviously. But yeah, that's why I would definitely suggest you PvP here basically as soon as possible. And finally, we have private warp trapping, and I mentioned this in my previous video, but I'll be going a little bit more in depth. I wouldn't say the majority of private warps have traps, but there are quite a few that do, including private warp McDonald's, which is the most popular private warp there is by far. But as you can see, down here is a trap for private warp McDonald's, and I believe there's one in one of these corners as well. If you do PW here, there's one at, or 2 actually, at KED, which had a few people just a bit ago. One there and one there. And PW wide gets players. Does this one have any traps? Yeah, there's a trap over there. And down here as well. Similar to PW McDonald's. PW Tryhard, whatever it is. Tryhard 6000 usually has players, so let's see if that one's got any. Let's see, are there any traps on this one? Doesn't appear that there are. There is a space down here, I'm not sure if you can get into that though. And yeah, as I was saying, there's a ton of different private warps, so basically just go through private warps, figure out which one has your preferred trap to use. I personally, I like the illusion one, because there's these things down here, and I don't think you can actually probe through those. And let's see, in plate sight for you, I think this one had one, no? Well, whatever. But yeah, there are plenty of them that you can check out, find whichever trap suits you the most, and just advertise in chat for people to come to, and I guarantee you can get people there. Just like, say it in chat for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and you can get 10 people there, easy, no issue at all. And also, if you pick a private warp with a trap, but also something like this that you're easily able to get out of, now I'm not saying to glitch into spawn or like bow boost into spawn, that's not allowed. But when they've got something like this, this I believe is allowed. Or when there are stairs on several private warps that you can go up into spawn, I believe that's allowed as well. So yeah, that's, I think it's going to be it for the video. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this will help some of you get a little more rich on Invaded Lands and get that wealth up. Baltop, after just a few weeks, is already over 1 million, which is a lot. So yeah, anyways, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all in my next episode of Minecraft Invaded Lands KitPvP. Peace.